You guys, it's Shadow here. Welcome back to Space Engineers. So, there was an update that we can talk about, and I'm actually kind of excited about that update. It's only a minor one, but it is something that I kind of forgot to talk about on my DLC episode. Now, before that update, the I think it's 1.190.1, I think it's called. Before that update, if you made a ship that uses DLC content, for example, a cockpit, other players who did not have the DLC could not use that ship. They could not enter the cockpit, anything like that. Apparently, they changed that now. It says here, I'll have to read that real quick. All players can now use any DLC blocks without owning the DLC. However, placement, brackets, place a block, spawn in a blueprint containing DLC blocks. Initial weld projected DLC block is still reserved for DLC owners only. So, what does that mean? That means now if you're on a server with somebody who has the DLC, which is, it's kind of likely, don't you think? Because from what I could gather, a lot of people bought it. Wasn't it like one of the most bought articles on Steam at one point? Or like in the top 10 or something? Anyway, you're probably gonna end up on a server where somebody uses a DLC block. That's just how it's gonna go. Now you can at least use it, because there were a lot of situations that could have been a bit awkward. You know, like, let's say you go to a mining asteroid with your friend in his cool ship that he made with a DLC cockpit. Then you're there, you're mining, and then you should fly back, and your friend is like, "Oh yeah, I need to, you know, go get dinner or something. I'll be back in half an hour." And he looks out, and you're there like, "Oh damn, I cannot use your ship. Now I'm trapped here. So either I have to log out and wait for you to come back, or I have to somehow figure out a way to get back myself." So I actually like that they fixed this. Now, there still is the problem that you cannot even, you know, I'm not quite sure. It says the initial weld of a projected block, you cannot do that. But I'm not quite sure how it looks, how it goes with repairing DLC blocks. You know, how does that work? Could you, for example, place a DLC block and then do like a mini weld on it, and then the non-DLC owning player could finish it? That's not quite clear for me, to be honest. But, yeah, I don't know. It's better now. That's the main part, I think. Okay, so as you can see, I'm working on this beast here right now. I want to finish this in a near future. So that's what we're going to focus on. And then after this is done, modules for our base are the next concern. But I think right now this is a good time waster, so to speak. So that's going to be good. Although I'm kind of... Am I doing this right? Yeah, I think it looks correct. Yeah, it's all right. I just want to check that everything is lined up correctly here. Okay, so we need some motors, small tubes and construction components, and also large tubes. Let's get that stuff real quick. Now with our base fully operational, this is gonna be so much easier to do all of this, you know? Lovely. So lovely. Yeah, I'm not quite sure we got a... Oh, construction components. I don't think we got construction components. Well, let's just put the large tubes in and whatnot. So we can put them back into the inventory. There we go. Just put down most of the blocks. Probably can then just go and get construction components. There we go. Yeah. I see. Okay. Let's go and get a bunch of construction components now. And then at least the wheels will be finished. And then we can already, quote-unquote, cut the thing down, you know. So it stands on its own wheels. And then we'll see what we do next. There we go. Yeah. The thing is, this vehicle is just gonna be like an experiment, more or less. I don't think I'm gonna be spending a lot of time in this. I just want to see how easy it is to mine a lot of stone in this way. You know what I mean? It's gonna be the project vehicle, so to speak. Alright, let's get these ones done.
Energy low.
Oh, yeah, 25%. That's still plenty. No worries. Beautiful. I'm always having to check on the other monitor. Well, I actually started to record this episode before this recording. I started another recording. That was weird as hell. That was like a delay of 20 seconds, which is way too much, and probably will end up in like tearing screen effects and all that stuff. So yeah, I had to re-record that, but this should be alright, I hope. Oh, I'm welding. Am I welding the... There we go. Oh, I'm already welding the drill. Only one computer missing. Oh, it was kind of stuck under there too. Did you see that? When I went backwards, the vehicle bounced on the floor because I was apparently like under the vehicle or something. Weird. Never had that happen before. I wonder, can you get like crushed by your own vehicle? Has anybody had that happen to him? Because Space Engineers is the kind of game where this kind of stuff, yeah, I can see that it happens. Doing some crazy construction, removing a block that you didn't want to, and boom, you're crushed. That would be, you know, sometimes developers release like interesting statistics for their games. For example, like League of Legends releases how many times a certain champion was killed and stuff like that. Space Engineers should do that too. Like if they could get statistics on that, that would be funny. The most common deaths in Space Engineers, I'd wonder. I would guess either Clang or accidentally flew too fast into something via jetpack. That would have been my guesses for the top spot. You know, but maybe I'm wrong. But that's pretty much how I imagine things to go. I think that's what we need for the cockpit, right? Let's see. Yes, sir! Alright. What do we need next? Let's just place the displays and the computers on these. There we go, we can put those back. Also, I think I'm missing like some key components on that vehicle. Maybe it's just me, but I'm pretty sure there's a few things missing there. Alright, let's... Actually, we'll need to make some more of these construction components. We're running a tad bit low. So, production. Can you make me some of those, please? Well, apparently you don't have any iron. Well, is that truly so? That is truly so. So we should probably go and get some iron with our little buddy over here. Oh well, in a second. In a second. Let me just get at least these welded for now. So, oh, interior plates, huh? Okay. Alright then, we'll have to get some of those. Yeah, interior plates and construction components, we need some more of those. And yeah, I'm pretty sure there is at least the the connector is missing, because we said we wanted to empty this vehicle via connector, right? Also some power cells and whatnot, but that's another story. Also, I think that's a way too little power cells, you know, way too few. We probably will need more of those, right? Okay, so I think we need to go mining right now anyway, because otherwise we cannot really make any more progress on this vehicle. So, yeah, let's go. There we go. And where's the iron mine? I think it's, yeah, it's somewhere over there-ish. Cobalt, iron, there we go. Good old iron mine. Yeah, our energy is so, well, high in this vehicle that we can easily use it right now. So good. There we go. Hey, I even thought about emptying my inventory. I'm so smart. Today I'm very smart, apparently. I shouldn't say that. I'll fuck something up in the next 5-10 minutes. You'll see. Inventory full. Yes. Let's just get like a complete load. Hey, is it already daytime again? Oh no, that was the light from the spotlights that was kind of tricking me there. I wanted to say, it just got night like last episode. It cannot be day again. We need to go deeper. More ore for the ore god. Yes. Delicious iron ore. Yummy. I cannot wait to get into space. Their mining will be so much easier in space. It's just how it is, right? Because there we don't really have to care about gravity. It's so much easier to move large quantities of ore. So, yeah. Looking forward to that, but you know. I enjoy my planet time as well. I'm not saying this is not nice. But everything is just a little bit easier in space. Even building things. Why is it so bright all of a sudden? What the heck? That's something that sometimes happens in Space Engineers. This game does not have it down yet with the lighting. Because look at this. That is not how it's supposed to look. It actually is getting day again. Very soon. Can already see the sun is shining on that planet, so it is about to come up in the next, I don't know, 10-20 minutes, but still. Yeah, let's get just a boatload more. But yeah, this game has some issues with lighting. The natural light, and also it has some issues with if you build lights inside an enclosed room, it often spills outside of the room, and you have to kind of work around that with offsets and light radiuses and stuff. It's kind of annoying, and I wish they could fix that, but I don't know how difficult that is, you know? I could imagine that some of the problems they created are, well, because of the way they made this game, and they will be very hard to fix without completely changing how the game works. You know, that sometimes happens. I know that you kind of choose a direction to go in, and like halfway down the path you realize, oh fuck, the way I'm doing this will cause a lot of problems. And then you have two options. You either say, yeah, we'll still walk that path, it's going to be annoying, and there will be stuff we cannot fix, but at least it will work for the time being. Or you can say we completely go back to the start and do it properly. And it's a hard decision. Because, yeah, it basically means you have to completely reset your process, your progress, basically. Right? Because it's not like you can like exchange one thing with another thing that works and then everything will be fine. Because sometimes you have to exchange a thing, and then that new thing cannot do certain things you wanted to do, or it does it differently, so you have to rewrite whole sections of code. And the worst case, you have to figure out a completely new way to do something, and I know it can be hard to code. I really do. So I'm not judging. That's something that that has taught me, programming has taught me to respect that kind of stuff, because sometimes this can be like utterly stupid. Actually, there's like a story I like to tell because of that. When I was, I think it was like in the second year when I was doing my, we call it apprenticeship. You know, where you go, you're basically becoming a intern at a, well, intern is not the right word, but you work at a place as a somebody in training. Basically, you go to school, and half the time and the other half the time you work there, and they basically train you in doing what an IT guy does. Well, it's not only for IT; it's for most jobs. It works like that in Switzerland. But yeah, and I distinctively remember that we had a program, and that program didn't work for some reason, and the solution was to, or rather, the solution to break it. There was like a certain part, if you deleted that part, the program would completely break and not work. And we couldn't really figure out what it was, and then we realized it was a line of commented code. So in code you can, there's the code you write that gets interpreted by the computer, and you can put in comments for, you know, just for clarification. It's very good if several programmers are working on the same code, and you put in like a little comment, say, oh yeah, this thing does this calculation. So if another guy comes along, he can read it and be like, oh yeah, okay, I see. So that's where I need to change things. And this program crashed as soon as you deleted the comment. We don't know why. To this day, I have some theories why, but it was utterly ridiculous. It was really like, it is a line of code that does nothing at all. It should not be relevant to anything. Yet if you delete it, it doesn't work anymore. And there's sometimes generally in IT, in the computer world, there's sometimes these things you cannot comprehend. It doesn't matter how smart you are, you will be sitting there with your jaw to the floor and be like, what the heck? Why did it happen this way? What went wrong? You know? Sometimes it's almost like the computers have their own minds and they're just fucking with you, basically. But yeah. Alright, let me get some more construction components. We should have some, yes. Let me actually produce some more. Now that we have some iron again, we should always try to keep our production facilities running if we can. Alright then, so we have the basics of this thing down. Now again, we will need a connector for this thing, because, well, I want a connector because otherwise it's going to be a pain to unload this every time. So we'll get a connector. I think we'll place it probably on here, right? And then we'll just put a, yeah, a conveyor block right here. And that should be okay then, I think. From here we'll draw conveyors up to here. Yeah, that will work. Let me get some steel plates so we can at least place that thing down. Where's the steel plates? There they are. What else could we need? I think we'll need some of these, maybe some of that. Let's go. And then, I don't know if we really need solar panels on this. Oh, rats. But the batteries are not going to be charged, obvious. Oh, well, they're not going to be enough to really get this vehicle going. Computers, of course. Of course. So I think maybe some more batteries we'll put in this thing. And perhaps, let me actually make some battery cells. Let me make like 20 of those. And solar panels, yes, no. Since it's going to be day soon, solar panels might not be the worst thing to put on this. Right? There we go. Unable to place? Oh, I'm standing on it, that's why. There we go. So that is the way this will work. And then we'll have a, like, somewhere over there-ish, we'll have a piston from on top with a connector on it that will just gently be lowered down on this in order to collect the ores. Now, again, solar panels or not solar panels? I mean, we could just do something like this. Like a frame. From front to back. Then just put a bunch of solar panels on this. Like so. Could that work? How many solar panels do we get like on this? Let me check. 1, 2, maybe 3 if we're lucky. We are lucky indeed. 3. So 6 solar panels per side. That should actually be quite good, because on the other thing we have 2, and that was more than enough to fill our batteries. At least I think it did. There we go. I don't want to use much more of my jetpack. As you can see, it's running a little bit low right now. So I need to be kind of careful with this. Otherwise I'm gonna be walking for the rest of my days. We really need to find an ice lake. I tell you, man. There we go. Yeah, let's have like 3 support beams like this. Right, let's work on the solar panels first, since the sun is gonna come up soon. So I want to get these done first thing, so they can profit from the actual sunlight. That would be nice, right? So we just need some bulletproof glass. We also need some more computers. Solar panels, bulletproof glass, and girders, and some computers too. Right. Let's check out what we have. We do have 1 solar panel, so let's make 20 more, probably 30, something like that. Do we have girders? We don't have girders, so we'll also make like 40 girders. Let me snack these computers here. There we go. Solar panels. Is it making girders already? Yep. There we go. And then bulletproof glass. We have enough of that. Also, we still have a hydrogen bottle there, but still, I just don't want to use up too much right now. Here we go. Solar panels are going up. So we can soak up some beautiful sun rays. Yes! We're missing more solar cells. About 16... Let's make 30 more. I think it's about like 24 that we're missing. 23, but let's just make enough. We're always gonna need solar panels. Always. That's just how this game works. At the start, you need so many solar panels. And also, I think, you know, later on, solar panels are just a nice way to, like, lower your energy output by a little bit. Like a tiny margin, but still. Alright, here we go. Come on. Do not waste the sunlight. Also, we should put in some more batteries so it can actually charge up something, right? Where do we put the batteries, though? Just like down here? Oh, that's a big one. Don't want the big one. We want the small ones. The small ones are really cool. I like these. That's one of the most used improvements for me. The small batteries. I use them for a lot of small aircrafts and especially vehicles. For vehicles, it always was kind of annoying at the beginning to use these big-ass batteries. So these are quite cool to use. Okay, let me check what we need. We need this. We need some of that. And construction components. There we go. Oh. I was like, why am I not walking sideways? Because I'm missing the fucking keys. Do you sometimes have that where your fingers are like misplaced on the keyboard? You think they're on WASD, but they're actually on like ESDF or something like that, you know, just like one off to the side. That is really annoying because instinctively it feels right, the position of your fingers feels correct, but then if you're trying to do something, everything is like fucked up and topsy-turvy. Oh, I hate it. Happens so much for me. You know, here it's not that much of a problem, but if I play something like, I don't know, League of Legends or something, I don't know, where it actually matters, where you have to react kind of quickly, and you're like, oh, I want to kill him, I want to do my ulti, and you're like one key off, and you're like, why is it not working? Yeah. That is a thing that happens to me. Okay, so we got the batteries. Let me just finish all the oh, come on, can we not weld these from down here? That's kind of annoying. That is really annoying, you know, because you can see the unwelded part there, but you cannot access it because, in theory, the solar panel is one complete block. It covers the whole block, even though you can see the part below it. Sometimes I really hate these block placement systems that these games have, but to be honest, I wouldn't know how to do it better. It's probably really complicated to do a system where you can place things upon each other, but then they don't really take up a block space, and you can like place and reach in between them. That's probably really complicated to do, so I'm not gonna judge. Sometimes you have to restrict things to make it even work, you know. The more crazy and more complicated you make things, the more annoying it's gonna be to make this game. The same thing with, it would be kind of nice if they made it that the sun is static and the planets move around the sun, but my god, that would entail so much chaos. Or at least I think it would. I could kind of imagine how chaotic this is gonna be. Here we go. We're finished. Look at this baby. Cool. It's from the top. It just looks like a moving rectangle, basically. But yeah, kind of cool. Okay, let me just before I finish this episode off, let me just adjust the wheels a little bit. Wheels. I'm not gonna adjust the steering. That doesn't really matter to me here. We go power. No, not power. Power is at 60. That's fine. We go 100% strength. That's the thing we want 100% on. Because if you don't, as soon as the containers start to fill up, it will start to press down your vehicle, and it might happen that you would then slide on the bottom, on the floor with the whole assembly, which is not good. Just in case. If the drill doesn't reach the floor, you can still play with the height offset. So we'll have to figure that out in a second. But yeah, speed limit, will put that actually way down here. I don't want to flip this thing over. Yeah, right. Oh, let me group the batteries too. Batteries. There we go. So now we should be able to... No, that's not the button. What is the button? Is it recharge on and off? Yeah, recharge. And then auto. Right. Okay, that works. Now we also need the drill. And I'm gonna do the drill like this. With on off and now with the mouse. Because this is the way we're gonna use this is... well, let me actually just show it to you how I'm intending to use this. I'm gonna use it a little bit away from my base because I don't want to fuck up the space around my base, basically. Okay, so I think this will reach the floor. We'll see in a second. So we'll activate this. Let me exit here, and you will see that this thing will just start to dig into the floor. Not much, but you know, a little bit, right? And that's where we can start playing with the offset. And now basically what we're doing, we're just moving our vehicle. And like this we should get stone. I don't know how much, but we will get stone. And basically we'll leave behind these like paths that we carved into the floor. You know what? I should probably even lower my max speed even more. It should technically it should be something really slow, so that we can just pull, you know, press forward, and it will go at about this speed. And just right now we're still too freaking fast. It should make it so you can switch between two modes, like driving mode and quote-unquote mining mode. Maybe I can do that with a programmable block or something. I'll check that out. But yeah, this is how it's supposed to go. Maybe we'll even put down the offset a little bit more, because this right now, it's not that effective, I think. And then you'll get all these nice little craters all over the place. You can also do this with a drill with a piston. You can dig them way deeper. And then you have to control a little bit more stuff while you do the mining thingy. So that's why I'm not doing that. Okay, so let's just see how much stone that has given us. Yeah, not too much. Maybe I'll have to put the offset down a little bit more so we get more stone. Probably should be able to do that, right? Always you have to kind of watch out that you don't drive into the crater. But yeah, let's let me select the wheels, and let's do a height offset a little bit lower. I think like this we hit the floor. So ooh, that was healthy, I'm sure. Let's do minus 25. Let's see if that makes a difference. Well, probably not a big one, to be honest, but you know. But you see how this is supposed to work, right? Probably with a piston it's a bit more effective. But you know. Again, this was more of a test case. This was not meant to be a super effective... Oh, I just wanted to say, why is it not mining anymore? Let me just see in the inventory. Oh, there we go. One of the containers is almost full at this point. It's kind of cool. Like this, you can pretty much mine on your way to wherever you're going, right? And you still get a little bit of stone at least. It's kind of cool. And then just turn it off. That was kind of cool. How much did we make now? Let me see. There's like 16, 17k? That's not bad, right? I mean, it's not like it's a crazy amount, but still, it's something. And now it would be even more effective if we could just hook it up to a connector. Make it much easier, because like 14k is like, I don't know, 4 or 5 trips for us. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, you can see. It is not bad. It's not like it's super ineffective, but it's probably not as effective as going mining on ore veins. Which is obvious, I kind of think, but you know. You could kind of use this on the way to the ore, you know, just dig up everything that you find and then also dig up some ore. That would probably work, but yeah. And yeah, you can clearly see why we need a connector. Yeah, that's gonna be at least one more trip. But now we got a good stockpile of resources at least, right? Because it's cool to go and get iron in the mine over there, but we also need the other resources. And this is a way easier way to get the rest of the resources than going to the far-off mines over there. So yeah, works. Not the most effective, but you know, it works. And it actually, the way I'm using it, it doesn't even leave too big of a crater behind it. I mean, I can still drive over it with this thing without completely destroying it, I think at least. So yeah, cool. Got a new vehicle. There we go.
Fuel low.
Got a new nice vehicle, and next time
Critical.
probably gonna get the whole connector business over there, and we probably need to like put plates over this mine, otherwise I'm gonna drive down it at one point. Alright, yeah, that's it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.